NASCAR is known for fast cars, roaring action, and big bucks. The Nebraska Lottery's NASCAR Powerball Playoff promotion features all three, especially the bucks. Until May 30th, buy a Powerball ticket with Power Play or Double Play, enter the voucher number, and you could be one of 15 winners of $1,000 and the chance to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship Weekend. Enter today. Powerball top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also Joint Team Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big red.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or use crisis, call 988 for free, confidential, and compassionate support. On July 16th, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is transitioning to 988. There is hope. For 24/7 support, call, text, or chat 988.
Sponsored by Nebraska DHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Spring sports are here, and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish all the moms out there a happy Mother's Day. We hope that everyone is able to show how much they care for and respect the moms in their life for this weekend especially, but in everyday life too. This important message comes to you from Bart Meister, preventing specialist here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care. It's May, and that means the school year is over and summer roads are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Spring is here, and Acres has special financing on all John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Get your yard looking great and use John Deere's wide selection of attachments to landscape your property to perfection. And for a limited time, with a purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. Trimmers to chainsaws or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Acres, solutions for every field.
The good times and great savings. Advantage of the above swimming pool sale happening now at Bonsall Pool and Spa. All in-stock swimming pools are 50% off through the end of May while supplies last. You don't want to miss out on this hot deal. Visit our showroom at 33rd and Pioneers today. Learn more about the promotion at BonsallPool.com. Bonsall Pool and Spa, every day made better. Constructors is next positions, with labor starting at $20 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Spring is here, and Acres has special financing on all John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Get your yard looking great and use John Deere's wide selection of attachments to landscape your property to perfection. And for a limited time, with a purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Acres, solutions for every field.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You are so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call
John Henry's
today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
45, 55, 55. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
The Macho Man. That's how my voice, I feel like, sounds right now. If I sound like Randy the Macho Man all day, don't worry about it, baby. It'll be okay.
Randy Savage, Eric Strickland.
A little correlation.
I've never seen you and Randy Savage in the same room together.
Little correlation.
All
I have to do is just dress up real funky, like with some glasses, a nice little hat.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again this live on 93.7 Ticket. It is Tuesday, the second day of the week. Or is it the third day of the week? Is Sunday counted as the first day?
I go off the work schedule.
Second day of the week.
Second day of the week.
Number 2. Glad you can make it in today, Nick.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Nick, you know, I was going to save this for later, but we'll drop into a little bit later on, too, though. First of all, wait a minute. What's more important? You got a jar full of some goodies over there. What is that?
I got this giant moth that Mark brought in. So Mark texted me last week and was just like, "Do you need this?" And he just texted me this picture of this giant moth thing, and I was like, "Absolutely, I need that." So I mean, it's big, and he didn't want to put it in his freezer, but I was like, "Mark, you have to put it in your freezer,
Gotta go in the freezer
because I need to be able to pin it." And he was like, "All right, fine, I'll put it in my freezer." And he just brought it in. And this thing, I mean, it's pretty. I mean, it's got some nice little color on it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty thing.
He's a nice one.
Gentlemen, that's a Sphingidae. That's a
Sphingidae.
I like how that rolled off your tongue, too.
Yeah,
Sphingidae.
You can tell I've learned. This is a Sphingidae moth. Yeah, not one of those ugly Noctuidae moths that we see common around.
I think my dog, Louis, ate one of those on the deck last night. I'm serious, man. I'm like, what are you eating? He had literally half a wing out of his mouth. I'm like, dude, you can't eat moths, bro.
That's awesome.
So how many more are you? How many are you short?
So we had a little bit of an incident yesterday afternoon. About 9 or 10 of my bugs have been smashed.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know if it rolled around in my box a little bit. I don't know what happened.
Oh boy.
So we are grinding today. I had all 35. I had all 35. Now I have 26. So I got to find 9 bugs today. 9 bugs.
So like all different ones?
It doesn't have to all. So, yes, technically they're supposed to be somewhat different, but you know, if I mean. This is where we can use the help of the fine people out there.
Doesn't looking at like a bug store.
Did you go back to the swamp or something? Or
well, I'm gonna have to go back to the creek today. I'm gonna have to go back to the creek after work. We'll probably go over to Dead Man's Creek or Dead Man's Run or whatever it's called.
If you find an alligator, game over.
Game over. Yeah. I've asked the teacher,
Yeah, for him.
I asked the teacher, hey, if I catch like an actual bird, like a pigeon or something in my net, like, does that count? And they said no. But yeah, so I'll have to go back over to like Dead Man's Run, like the creek or whatever, or walk around Holmes Lake with my little net and trying to catch stuff. So
Man, dude, I know you can't wait until this project is done, bro. Because nothing about that.
You wear the hat with the net too?
No. Sanderson asks, why are you collecting bugs, Nick? Well,
New
Sanderson,
hobby.
for my sports media and broadcasting double major graduation that takes place, I have to take this entomology science lab. And obviously has a lot to do with what my double major is going to be, right? But I have to collect 35 different insects and turn it in by tomorrow. Well, so it's due Friday. I get 5 extra bonus points if I turn it in on Wednesday, so I'm trying to turn it in tomorrow.
You know what, man? That's one of the things about college that frustrates me still to this day. And that to the academians out there, I'm sorry, but we just disagree. Why in the world would you have to take an etymology class when your major is in sports broadcasting?
Yeah.
I had to take an oceanography class, although my degree is in psychology. And they talk about this being well-rounded. The world, fellas, this straight serious. I'm not going to change an academic session, but the truth is this. You have people taking classes, they will never use that ever again. They'll never use it. So all this well-rounded stuff, you look at artificial intelligence right now, AI, how that's just totally revolutionizing how things are going.
Yeah.
There are going to be jobs, literally, that'll be obsolete, but yet we got people taking etymology classes.
It's disappointing.
It's frustrating, man.
I'll tell you what's I'm okay with taking classes that don't necessarily mean a whole lot with your major and things like that.
History, literature, things of that nature. I get that.
I have a criminology minor, has nothing to do with sports or broadcasting. I'm just fascinated by criminology stuff. So that's why I have a criminology minor. But it's like, I'm sitting here going, if this class now it's not in danger right now, but if I don't do, I think I have like a 91 or a 92 in this class right now, which I'm thrilled with. This is the hardest class that I've taken all 4 years of my college career, and I have no problem in that. I have a 91 or a 92. I have to get an 80 on this bug insect thing.
Unless it's game over.
Or unless it's game over.
We'll see you next year.
80 on a final.
So if you
of a class that has nothing to do with what I'm doing.
So if you don't score an 80, you have to retake that class in the summer.
So I don't know. It's either retake it or I figure out a way to.
You've been in touch with your counselor. We talked about, right?
Oh yeah.
Advisor.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We're They told me. So they understand my situation, right? I'm blessed to have a job. I'm blessed to do work full time. Like I'm not saying this at all. They know my schedule, and my college career has been bumpy because a lot of online classes, so that I can make sure I can work and stuff.
COVID, everything else you guys went through.
But so at the beginning of the semester, I was like, all right, I need something that's honestly not that difficult. And they told me this was the easiest science lab available, and I was like, all right, sounds good. It fits with my schedule. It's on Wednesdays. Like, it fits with my schedule. Let's do it. It's not the easiest one. It's not the easiest one. And so, it is what it is. I don't mind going out and catching bugs. Yeah. It's just, number one, the last couple of weeks, it wasn't all that warm. It just got warm enough, like, at the end of last week. And so now it's like, man, we're just.
Is any of your classmates struggling to get other bugs?
Yes. Very much.
So you think it's going to be a large number of folks that ain't going to have enough bugs?
No. There's going to be a lot of people that don't pass. Dang. There's going to be a lot, which makes me wonder.
Is he going to bell curve?
I'll be honest, guys. There's some people in there that I know for a fact aren't going out and catching bugs. I know 1,000. I know 1,000% that they are not going out and catching bugs. Now, one also thing is to give you guys an idea. Last week we all went out, or like me and a couple of guys in the class went out to the creek, and I was like, man, guys, I'm freaking out. I got 15 out of my 35. This was last Wednesday, and the one guy goes, well, I haven't even started. It can't be too hard to find 35. And I was like, 35 different ones. It takes a long time.
Good luck.
Because there's no more deflating feeling than I've realized this. There's no more of a deflating feeling than going and you catch a thing in your net and you're like, sweet, I only got this number left. And he kind of keeps you going. and you just caught it a couple minutes before that, and you're like, I gotta let it go.
Go back.
Oh, no
go
more.
Back
No,
to the wild.
there's not a more deflating feeling, and I never thought I'd say that regarding it. I'm never gonna look at bugs the same way. I was at my friggin' slow pitch softball game on Sunday night, and a ladybug flew in front of my face, and I'm like, oh crap, I need a ladybug.
Oh,
let me ask you this.
Put 'em
This is
in
gonna
your
sound
pocket.
crazy because you're so fixated on it because you have to be. Have you had any dreams about bugs in your
Not
subconscious?
yet.
In your subconscious?
Not yet, but I'm serious. Every waking minute for the last
Thinking about bugs.
About the last
Bugs.
2.5 weeks have been about this project.
Yeah, dude. Because it's not like something that's easily accessible. You have to go out and actually look for something.
and,
like
and
that.
I'll say this. So now I will say this class has gives bonus points potential on this project. So I told you guys the 5 bonus points if you turn it on the Wednesday instead of Friday, and then they also give 2 bonus points if you turn in 2 bonus points for if you turn in 4 soft-bodied insects.
Ooh.
So it's like spiders, roly-polies, centipedes, stuff like that. I've got all 4 of those.
I would lose my
So I'm telling you, like I'm not going to get all the bugs right. I'm not going to label them all correctly because I just don't know.
Yeah.
And so I'm doing everything I can
Bonus
to make bonus points and try to make up.
Anonymous
for it.
Cub fan is out here talking trash to you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because college is the business of learning. Oh, it's a business, all right. Spoken like someone that is definitely not a science major. That class was cake.
Dude, no,
and
man.
maybe anonymous, and maybe for you it was, but I mean, I it would be tough for me. I have no interest in bugs whatsoever.
How are you?
None.
Did you have to take a lot of foreign languages?
I took Spanish.
See, okay,
because my degree in psychology, I took Spanish. I had to because you had to learn a foreign language, which I don't have a problem with.
Well, here's the kicker. I am not a foreign language guy. Just don't have the accent for it. I don't know. So I got to college the first year.
Massey talking.
Thanks, Tom.
Massey.
Go back to Fox Hollow.
Yeah, me.
The world needs saving. The world needs saving.
The first year I get to college, they have a class called Modern Languages. And the first semester I was there was the last semester they offered it. If you took that one class for half a semester, it covered your whole foreign languages.
Wow.
Because if I don't know about that class, I'm still in college today on year 30 because there is no way I would have passed foreign language class.
Well, I took the easiest one with Spanish.
Yeah.
But like you said, it was called world language?
Modern language.
Modern language?
Yeah.
What was it? Just like a plethora of a number of classes? I mean, number of languages?
It was just like we talked. No, it was just like nouns, verbs, adjectives. We covered that. It was almost like a grammar class, but it was so funny because I would have not have known about it. And the only reason I knew about it was my buddy's sister she was I think 2 years older than us.
Mm-hmm.
She had known about it. And she's like, hey, you guys have got to take this class right away because if you don't, you're going to have to take, the 3 years of foreign language or whatever.
You're like, I'm on it.
See, thankfully, I took 4 years of Spanish in high school,
So
I didn't have to take care of. I didn't have to do anything in college about foreign language.
Well, Nick, good luck on it.
Well, thanks, gentlemen.
To segue to
Tommy's dreaming
take
again.
care of it. Our Stars didn't take care of business last night, unfortunately.
Man, what an electric first period, though.
Nick, you went to the game.
I did.
Tell us about it, man. We lost. We didn't lose.
First of
Lincoln
all,
Stars ended up losing 8-4.
Shout out to the Stars for concession stand prices.
Uh-huh.
PPB.
I mean,
even before this,
Yes.
Nick, shout out to the Lincoln Stars on a heck of a season, man. I mean, there was a lot of thrills throughout the season. So I know they're definitely Coach Rocky Russo. Congrats to you and your guys out there, man. To the whole organization. I know that's definitely not the way you wanted to end, but a shout out to you guys for a heck of a season. Nick, go ahead, brother.
Well, shout out to their concession stand prices. They might have been temporary because it's potentially the last game of the year. But I mean, guys, we're talking there. It was $3 tall boys.
Yeah.
I mean, $4 beers, and you just never get that. And so anyway, it was a really good evening. It was electric in the first period because there was a total of 7 goals in the first period.
Yep.
A guy for Fargo got ejected within the
go.
first 10 minutes. It was, I mean, the ice box was popping last night, especially in the first period. And then it was you have 7 goals in the first period, then 0 in the second period. So it's still 4-3 going into the third. Unfortunately, I believe the tying goal for Fargo came when one of our guys or one of the Stars tripped their Fargo goalie. And so that put them on the power play. They scored a goal on the power play. Then it was another power play goal, and then a couple empty netters and stuff like that. Tough night for Cameron Whitehead. It was not a character like a usual performance for Cam, and so Yeah, it was a really, really good game, and man, it was fun. I got one of those shirts that with the bald-headed Rocky Russo on it. So we are officially in that boat.
So if you get kicked out of a hockey game, I wonder, do you just have to go back to the locker room and sit? Because I got to believe those opposing locker rooms at the Icebox probably aren't
Not that great. Not the greatest, yeah.
He's probably sitting on a chair outside on the old state fairgrounds.
or I'll say, or he's already on the bus. He's just on the bus. It's just sitting on the bus.
I think I'd probably be nicer than locker rooms, man.
No, I mean, yeah, because he
was at the Mill Coffee House over there at Innovation Campus.
Just gonna walk over here.
He made contact with our guy's head, and shoved him down to the ice. Made contact, initiated head contact, had a game misconduct, 5-minute major, and he got booted. And this was within like the first 5 or 6 minutes of the game, and it was like, dang, this is unreal. Like it was fun. We got worried because like Fargo scored within the first 30 seconds of the game or whatever.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh boy, Fargo came out hot. And they were, pushing the pace and they were coming at Lincoln, and Lincoln responded within the next 30 seconds as well. And it was, before you knew it, was 4-3 Lincoln at the end of the first period. And then it unfortunately ended up being 8-4 Fargo because of 5 goals in the third period.
Yeah.
So
no scoring in the second period. And then
nope.
Well, Lisa's dad said, thanks for the tickets to the Stars games last night. Thank you, Lisa, for going. Disappointed into the season. Had a blast at the game, though, and got to show off off the reflexes. Got some new office decor. He's got a picture right there, the Clark Cup.
Good stuff.
Puck right there, man. Good job. Appreciate it. Well, folks, I tell you what, we are definitely time to take a break. Our etymology session with Nick.
It just went a little bit too long.
That's all right, man. We'll hopefully get those bugs taken care of. Hey, if you have some rare bugs, you're free to drop them off.
Bring your bugs.
Yeah, seriously, if you do,
drop them off.
Freeze them.
Yeah, please put them in the freezer. I'll come pick them up wherever you may be.
Let Nick know
Wherever
if you got some rare bugs. Let us know.
Yep.
Well, folks, this is the drive.
If you want to join me in the crick later, we can you can hang out.
Hello.
Wear long pants, wear long sleeves because you might get some ticks. It's not pretty.
Well, we're going to come back and take a break. Reconsider that. You can consider that invite for Mick to meet him in a creek or in a woods someplace and catch some bugs, some rare things, hopefully first class. This is the drive with AD and Raff. Nick holding it down. 90.7 a ticket. Message after these messages.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Spring is here, and Acres has special financing on all John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Get your yard looking great and use John Deere's wide selection of attachments to landscape your property to perfection. And for a limited time, with a purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Acres, solutions for every field.
It's springtime, and you know what that means. It's sandal season at Brown Shoe Fit. To celebrate the start of the season, we're offering $10 off sandals under $105 and $15 off sandals $110 or more, now through May 14th. Enjoy brands like Atrex, Teva, Clarks, Taos, Keen, and many more on sale now. This deal won't last long, so come on down to Brown Shoe Fit for our spring sandal sale. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details. Brown Shoe Fit Lincoln, 66 NQ.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You are so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine. Tailored Life is now open in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, shrubs, vines, perennials, and colorful annuals. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products, are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at premierdw.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish all the moms out there a happy Mother's Day. We hope that everyone is able to show how much they care for and respect the moms in their life for this weekend especially, but in everyday life too. This important message comes to you from Bart, Mike, and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care. Dive into good times and great savings when you take advantage of the above-ground swimming pool sale happening now at Bonzall Pool & Spa. All in-stock swimming pools are 50% off through the end of May while supplies last. You don't want to miss out on this hot deal. Visit our showroom at 33rd and Pioneers today. Learn more about the promotion at bonzallpool.com. Bonzall Pool & Spa, every day made better.
Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Let the experts at Bats to Rats take care of those problems. Dan has been a leader in wildlife and pest management and prevention in Lincoln and the surrounding area for 15 years. He can help you get rid of bats, rodents, and anything else. Whether it's residential or commercial buildings, schools, apartments, or churches, they're always a phone call away. Call today at 402-310-0904 or visit batstoRats.com. Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see a chance of showers and maybe a few thunderstorms later today, too, with a high of around 81. Tonight, we'll see another chance of showers and storms with a low of around 60. And tomorrow, we'll see a continued chance of showers and storms. See an afternoon high tomorrow of around 80. Meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It's Tuesday. Well,
fellas, I tell you what, man, we got a guest at the top of the hour. As well, a special guest I've known for a long time, doing some great things here in the community for a lot of families. So we'll change up the schedule a tad bit. But you know what, guys? I'll tell you whose schedule's also changed a tad bit. Golden State Warriors, NBA time, fellas. Okay, let me ask you guys this, man, because I told myself yesterday, I said I am, because I kind of treated yesterday like a Sunday, because man, I was just tapped out. The travel, the time zones, etc. I was like, I got to get my. So I just kind of yesterday worked from home, was kind of a zombie, emails, etc. And this morning last night, and I was still tired, man. Neck was still jacked up from sitting awkward in the plane. And I was like, I've got to get to bed, but I wanted to watch that Lakers game too. So I said, look, dude, what's that? The look on your face, Nick.
Hold on. Somebody got a Goliath beetle.
Whoa.
Oh, in his hand.
Whoa.
Nick, I've got a Goliath beetle like
points.
this one. If you can use it for your class, it's all yours.
That's points.
A
right there.
unknown
That's
texter.
too big.
What?
Is that too big? If it's that size, unnamed texter, I probably can't.
Why is that? Why couldn't you use it?
Because that is huge.
So it has to be a certain size?
Well, it can't. I mean, that is ginormous.
That's bonus points right there.
I don't know.
Decisions.
As long as now, as long as it's not endangered, I can't have an endangered because I can't have a bumblebee or whatever.
Okay.
So I don't know, man. I mean,
look it up, Nick.
Maybe tell me to keep it on hold for you.
Yeah. Just keep it on hold. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry to throw it off the rails.
I thought we had some breaking news.
Keep it on ice.
We did have breaking
when I
news.
see how big that Goliath beetle is, I see what they call Goliath. I'd be scared to hold that thing, man.
Keep them on ice.
So I wanted to stay up, man. So I ended up making it until about I was dozing, and I got till halftime, and I was good.
That's pretty good. I made it to 22-21.
Oh, and you was out.
Game over.
So then it was I dozed off and I woke up. It was 10:30. I'm like, AD, this is dumb. Just go to bed. You can catch the highlights in the morning, ESPN. So I ended up crashing. I literally set my clock for 6. I said, I'm not going to the gym this morning. I'm going in the afternoon. I'm getting my rest. I've got to. Dude, I still woke up at 4:30, wide awake. I'm like, AD, go back to bed. You got all day tomorrow between meetings to go to the gym. Laid it back down, man. Woke up feeling good.
There it is.
Back still jacked up. My back, I'm just getting old. Neck is getting better. I'm going to do some steam room today, man. I'm going to do the steam room today for a little bit. But Golden State again. If Golden State doesn't win, they're going to be in the steam room too. They're going to be going fishing and golfing or whatever.
Cancun.
Dude, they are down 3-1. And I'm going to tell you something last night. And I was watching the highlights this morning, even the part I watched last night. Curry did have 30 points, but he also was only 12 for 30. His stats were not very good last night.
A lot of shots.
He took a lot of shots last night, and kind of this final points here. Payton added 15 points. Green added 8, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. But they're in a tough situation right now, man. I just don't know if I see them beating. And if the tables were turned, I wouldn't necessarily see the Lakers coming back from 3-1 on them either. What's you guys' thoughts, man?
I agree. I agree with where you're at, but now this is the question: if Golden State does come down or come back from 3-1, and Golden State goes on to win the championship, does that make Steph Curry a better player than LeBron James because he'll have more titles?
That talk we can go on all day. Yeah, we can go all.
I was asking the wild questions.
We can go all day on. I mean, the pundits will say this or that. Who know? I mean, that's a lot of basketball. That's 4 games they'd have to win. 3 games they'd have to win as far as that goes. Not saying it's impossible, not likely, but not impossible. Because Golden State is one of those teams. If they get on a heater, they will score buckets in droves, man. But their back's against the wall right now. Here, Ralph, to your point, here's going to be an interesting question. The Lakers are relatively a young squad. With the exception of AD, they would call them alternative days.
Yeah, exactly.
AD, alternative days. And besides LeBron himself, I don't know who else on that. Well, no one on that squad for the Lakers has ever been in that situation before. So where there's pressure, like they say, pressure busts pipes. Yeah. You're going to find out what type of team the Lakers really are. As far as that goes, even the head coach, Ham has never been in a situation before. So this is new for everybody. Yep. So the Lakers do take a commanding 3-1 lead over Golden State. Also last night, the Sixers ended up beating the Celtics 116-115. So there's a lot in tonight's games. You got the Sixers versus the Celtics at 6:30. That series is tied at 2. The Suns play the Nuggets at 2. The Suns and the Nuggets going to be interesting because to see how Djokovic responds tonight.
Good.
After being fined, I think a bogus $25,000, might I add. I think that was bull that he got fined. But we'll see what happens with that, man. So we're going to head to break. What's that?
Had you ever heard of Lonnie Walker before last night?
The owner?
Exactly. He scored 15 points off the bench in the fourth quarter for the Lakers last night.
Wait a minute. You talking about
Lonnie Walker.
No.
Never heard of him until last night.
I knew about him at the Spurs. I didn't know he was with the Lakers, though.
I thought you were talking about that situation with
Oh,
the
no, I
Nuggets
just switched.
and them.
Because I was laughing this morning because I read the stories and stuff, and I saw Lonnie Walker, and I'm like, who in the world is Lonnie Walker? And they're like, oh, he came off the bench and scored 15 points in the fourth quarter and led the Lakers to victory. I was like, would have never expected that on my bingo board.
No, and Sanderson's a good point because I knew it wasn't too long ago. Cavs were down 3-1 to the Warriors and came back and won. That was about, what, 4 years ago?
Well, I don't know. When we say 4 years, usually it turns out to be
20.
6 or 7.
It was the team with Kyrie and
Kyrie,
LeBron,
yeah.
Kevin Love. And
That might be like 7 years ago.
Dellavedova. That might have been a long time ago because Kyrie's been on 6,000 different teams, and since then Kevin Love's not there.
We're going to come back and talk some more about this too, because there's a lot of history that can be made on both sides of it as far as that goes. So there's a lot of basketball to be played, and I wish they played basketball like this all year round instead of talking about load management.
Load management.
But nevertheless, folks, this is The Drive with AD and Raff. And Colton Down. We'll be right back. 957 Ticket.
Honk if you love trucks and bucks. Hold it if you're in traffic, maybe not. Hey, we know you've been waiting for a while, but we're excited to announce that Trucks and Bucks is finally back. And this year, we're giving away 8 Atlas Blue 2023 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew Flex Fuel trucks. So get to your nearest Nebraska Lottery retailer and play $2 Trucks and Bucks today. Ford F-150 is a registered trademark owned and licensed by Ford Motor Company. Top prize odds, 1 in 336,000.
The Nebraska Lottery has given over $900 million back to our state since 1993. The proceeds have helped protect and improve Nebraska's environment, funded need-based scholarships for Nebraska students, and maintained and improved facilities at the state fair.
That's terrific. You should put that on your website.
It already is. Just click on beneficiaries in the menu.
Menu? You guys serve food too?
Maybe you should get off your feet for a while.
The Nebraska Lottery. 30 years of building a better Nebraska.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products, are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at premierdw.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Spring Sports are here, and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mix Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginnings in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCONC.com.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, call 988 for free, confidential, and compassionate support. On July 16th, the Next Suicide Prevention Lifeline is transitioning to 988. There is hope. For 24/7 support, call, text, or chat 988.
Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket, and this segment is proudly sponsored by Florial's Italian Restaurant and Grill just south of Lincoln Southwest High School on 14th and Pine Lake. Stop by for dinner Monday through Thursday from 4 to 9 p.m. and for lunch or dinner on Friday and Saturday, open 11 to 10 p.m. and Sunday 11 to 9 p.m. Pasta, seafood, steaks, chops, plus other great Italian dishes with Italian wines every day. And I will highly recommend it. Florial's is awesome.
Yeah, good stuff, man. I love their food, man. Good friends of ours, of course, and they never disappoint. Never disappoint.
We ready to knock out quick history here?
It's that time.
All right.
It's that time.
Now, punting.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much of biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
Gentlemen, we recorded that in 4 days. That song will be a month long.
Wow.
A month old, I should say. In 4 days. It's already been a month.
Oh, the memories.
Think about that. That's insane.
That is crazy, man. That is crazy.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Going up the charts. I think it's up to number 4 now.
Time flies when you're having fun doing solo shows, right, Raff?
Here we go again. Here we go again. See, everyone? You know who the troublemaker here is. It's the bug collector.
Hey, Rico, actually, come on the microphone. We had somebody ask how you're doing since the Knicks lost. All right.
And he's done.
That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed. Thank you.
And he's done.
I'll put it this way. There were a number of messages yesterday that were saying, AD, you're not leaving, are you? I'm like, no, they got it. They good.
I'm fine.
Rico, are you hanging in there?
I'm fine. I just keep metal forks and outlets away from me. That's all it is.
We got to baby-proof the station for Rico.
We do. Hey, Rico, and Raff and Nick, did you guys see when Stephen A. Smith went off, though, on the Knicks?
Okay, no. Stephen A. Smith is a fake Knicks fan. We're not doing that.
I'm just asking you a question.
Him and Michael Rappaport can go kick rocks.
Oh, okay. Whoa. You don't like Stephen A. Smith?
No.
Okay.
He's been done with the Knicks for 3 years until they start doing good. Then all of a sudden, I've been a big Knicks fan all my life. I remember all of these moments. Me and Julius Randle are good friends. I babysit his children on the weekend. I love Tom Thibodeau. All right, I've always loved him since he was in Chicago with Derrick Rose and Lou Alden. I love him so much, and he's in New York. I love him.
Lou Alden, I love it.
No, so Stephen A. Smith is a fake Knicks fan.
Rico,
Stephen A., I love what you've done on General Hospital, though.
That's the weird, like seeing him like not yelling. He's just standing there, and he's got Stephen A. Smith has the weirdest build.
Yeah, it's a little different. Yeah, he's kind of
dude's like, you know who he reminds me of? The rich power plant owner from The Simpsons.
See, I never watched The Simpsons much, so I don't even
know. Here's one thing I will say. Whenever I hear Stephen A. Smith just normally talking and not shouting, I'm thinking to myself, why is he whispering? Because the guy's like, I really enjoy watching Golden State. And Steph Curry is as good as they come.
Steph Curry. Draymond Green.
But you're telling me Andre Iguodala? That's all he says.
But you have Draymond Green.
But he like starts out so slow. Enrico, I know you don't like. So
because he goes from 0 to 100 so fast, man.
It's crazy.
Well, fellas,
I miss the OG first take with Max Kellerman. All right, that's all I need.
Well, in history, we do got a guest.
Yes.
But in history today, but like you said, Stephen A. does do that. Glad Rico is hanging out. He's hanging in there. He's got his mind together. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with them because there's a lot to happen still. In Husker history, in 1973, this seems like, it was eons ago, Tom Osborne's first spring game as head coach draws a crowd of, how many do you guys think showed up?
42,000.
What's your guess, Nick?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Tom Osborne's first spring game, 1973, as head coach draws a record crowd of
37.
37. You said 42, Raff.
Yeah.
20,000 people.
Oh, hello.
Showed up for the spring game of 1973.
Thought we were better fans than that, Nebraska.
The day debut. Well, I tell you what, it shows you how times have changed. Boy, going after Tom now, aren't you?
No, I wanted more there for Tom.
Yeah, it just shows you how things have changed, how this machine has to be fed right now. Because we had just south of 70,000. Or no, wait, what 60,000?
65, I believe.
65,000 we had at our spring game this year. Who had the most of the country? Was it Ohio State?
Ohio State.
How many did they have?
71. I
Yeah,
believe.
Nebraska was third. Georgia was like sixth. So just take that in mind. Keep that in mind. Georgia, recruits. Georgia.
Did you say Raiola?
What? No, I was talking about Ryan Wingo. I was talking about Ryan Wingo, the 5-star wide receiver.
You know what? Even talking with Buchanan and DV when we're down in Arizona this weekend, asking about Raiola just recruiting. We talk a lot about basketball, of course. Those guys, great conversation after post-round golf.
Yeah,
talking about basketball. They got some interesting insight on basketball. They hate when Nebraska loses football. I'm just devastated. When Nebraska loses basketball, I mean Derek and Henry in particular, will lose his stuff.
Oh no!
I mean we had a very, very passionate conversation post golf about Nebraska basketball. Because those dudes are, they're in. They love the games like for the football side and vice versa. So, well, folks, that was our history segment brought to you by the awesome Florio's Italian Restaurant and Grill, as Raff mentioned. We'll be back with a guest, folks, on us for the next segment. This is The Drive with AD, Raff, and Nick holding it down. Quick message from message.
Free, no contra, hidden fees. That's Allo Promise. Allo Communications provides fiber internet, TV, and phone services with fair and no-nonsense pricing. All backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, 24/7 local support 365 days a year, and a monthly bill you can count on. Don't settle for gimmicks. Settle for hassle-free with Allo. Visit us at allofibers.com/hassle-free.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we are celebrating a record sales month in April, and we're going to let it roll and crank up in the month of May. We have some big discounts and special interest rates going on this month on selected new in-stock Sierras and Silverados. Buy a new Silverado or Sierra, get $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. You heard right, $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. We have outstanding specials on all of our new and pre-owned GM certified units. So stop on in and see us or check us out online at coppellcars.com. You'll be glad you did. New discount must trade in and finance with Roof Credit.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products, are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30. For your new builds, outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin at premierdw.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brand.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. Pressure, just professionalism.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in pocket? The team at Landmark is here to help find the combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln. Always honest answers.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, pollution, and emotion that make you today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior. Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mix Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginnings in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, support, software design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Welcome into the Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Football League quarterback, former the Capital City Crush and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday. AD, we have a guest in the building.
Dude, you know what, folks? I say this a lot, but I'm also serious about it. There's 6 high schools in the city of Lincoln right now. You have Southwest, you have North Star, you have Lincoln East, you have Northeast, you have Southeast, and there's one school that, in my opinion, it's not only the oldest school in the city, but at the time was the trailblazer for the most diverse. The school is so good to where the kids come to our school and want to stay at our school. That is called the one and only, the Lincoln High Links, folks. Moment of silence. No one to say anything. Baruch atah.
Did he even
Lincoln High? Did I forget a school?
Pius.
Well, I'm like class. Okay, you got Pius too. My bad. I'm never gonna forget out Pius.
Oh, he's giving you the look.
But I'm talking about city schools. Pius is a private school, so it's a little different.
Oh yeah,
it's different. It's a private school. Well, you can't just you alumni. Yeah, so you got Pius, and now you have Park.
What were you paying at, like 30,000-40,000 a year?
No, we were not.
Well, you got Parkview Christian that's in town now as well. You got Lutheran. Lincoln Northwest is now in town too.
Yep.
Standing Bear. It's all these different schools that are here now, which are there. You got also Lincoln Christian that's there. Norris is technically not in town. It's a different town, but it's right outside. Bottom line is Lincoln High Links. Kalita Sabota, good morning.
Oh, no.
Good morning.
She used to be Svoboda.
So interrupt me one more time.
Well, she's just saying. Whoa!
You didn't even give me a chance to correct myself.
Oh, I was helping you out. That's why we're partners.
No, I don't need
We're
your help.
kind of going through a little
Kalita,
relationship issues right now.
It's really not. It's going to be the Rav show very shortly.
See?
But nevertheless,
see what I mean?
In the studio guest this morning, we got Kalita Bach, who when I went to high school were, that was not her last name. So something you've been doing for 30 plus years, it's not easily. But anyway, she's from Vice President of Development at Cedars. Kalita, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. It's
How you
great to
doing,
see
girl?
guys. I'm doing great. Doing great. Happy to be here.
See, the guy you're sitting next to, Nick, right there. Nick likes to start a lot of stuff sometimes.
Don't bring this on me. Don't bring this on me.
Troublemaker.
I'm not the one that interrupts you.
Kalita, we appreciate you so much for being here this morning. First of all, Kalita, tell us about yourself, though. Tell us about who you are.
Well, first of all, thank you for giving me the chance to be here. Really had a great time on Old School last week with DP and Jay. That was fun. I am a Lincoln High native, grew up here. My family is here. Got a ton of friends here. And I've just had a really phenomenal experience being able to work for a lot of different, largely national nonprofits, work at the federal level, had a chance to meet some phenomenal people. And I just feel real blessed to be able to take all of the skills that I learned throughout all of my different education and everything else, and really use that on behalf of trying to support causes and individuals that are really meaningful for me.
Right.
So I feel really lucky to be able to do that.
Well, Cleveland High School, of course, Lincoln High was a big school, very big school.
2,200 kids.
Yeah, that was huge. I mean, there were
10 through
people that
12,
walked
yeah.
across the stage on graduation. I didn't even know who they were. I was like, who's that? I had never seen before in my life. We've been in the same building for 3 years. But Cleta, you were always, because you were really smart too. You know, you were,
thanks.
only classes I saw you in was like lunch.
You're not giving yourself enough credit.
Because you and Acom, you guys had classes like, and we'd like, it's that building over there. Which is, because we were in school, it was LPS, remember? And you guys would have built classes like on floors. It even smelled different on the building. As a floor. You guys, you go up in your hallway, it was like, you know, there's potpourri going on, or, you know, it smelled different. You guys had biscuits and coffee, you know, us regular
pressure plugins in the wall.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
smelled better.
They would look at us as they were
Oh,
looking, and there was like this little area because it was like fourth floor. It was like in a different area, and they would look down and go, "Peasants."
They had air conditioning.
Yeah,
You
we
guys
down
did
there.
it.
We had church fans like they have back in the old black churches. We'd have church fans with a picture of Martin Luther King on the front of them.
So not true.
And you guys were in there in Central Air. But Cleta, all due serious, you were always been one for philanthropy, for giving back, and always getting involved. There's a lot of people that go to high school, but you just didn't go to high school and go to college. You got involved. How has that helped you out at what you're doing today and who you're doing with today? If you can explain that to us.
Yeah, I think for me, I've always been a learner. So if you know the Gallup strength stuff or whatever, but I think what that has really done for me is it's propelled me to really look at, you know, I always wanted to try a lot of different things. For whatever reason, I've always found myself kind of leadership positions. So, you know, Raff, when we came in, he said that he found it. Well, tell me what you said when I came in.
Well, during COVID, I was going through a lot of my old papers, pictures, and all that stuff. And I found this old notebook from junior high. And the front of the notebook, it had a sticker on it. Vote for Kalita for student council.
In 9th grade. 7th grade?
7th or 8th grade, probably, yeah.
She was already a leader.
So that's what I mean. I've always been kind of a nerd, but I've always sort of found myself in these kind of leadership opportunities, which has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
So over the course of my career, a lot of the work that I've been able to do has been on behalf of kids. And so really looking for ways to highlight youth voice. So what is it that a young person can bring to the table, helping people to understand that these kids are not invisible, that they really can have the opportunity to give something back. I remember having a conversation with a guy in an airplane. I used to travel all the time, kind of like you, AD. And
we'll talk about that in a second with these guys. For
Wait,
sure.
AD travels? I joke.
I thought he was taking days off.
But, you know, one of the conversations that I distinctly remember having is, you know, is a guy who, you know, doesn't really think about kids much, right? And he's a businessman, he travels all the time too, and we kind of got in a conversation, and I was like, in my experience, kids rise to the expectations that we set for them. So if you expect that a kid is not going to do well, that a kid is not going to be resilient, that a kid in a Title I school is not going to be as smart or do as well or whatever, then chances are those kids are going to rise to that expectation. And instead, if we start to see these young people as leaders today, as kids who deserve to have a chance, who deserve to have dignity, stability in their lives, safe places to live and to grow up, that really is what I have been passionate about for my whole career, despite, different positions and different roles and different organizations. But I feel so fortunate to find myself at Cedars, Cedars Home for Children Foundation, Cedars Youth Services. The Cedars organization has been doing exactly that kind of work for Nebraska's most vulnerable kids and families for the past 75 years. And the work that they do is phenomenal.
Kalita, what was it about Cedars Spin, like I said, around for 75 years? And one of the things that's sad for me, when I was even just in Chicago, outside Chicago 2 weeks ago, speaking at a high school out there, and the number of comments that come up afterwards, from kids themselves, from the teachers. One specific young man in particular came up and he goes, I just want somebody to believe in me. And here I'm just a guess. I don't. This guy, but I think because those kids feel comfortable because I am a stranger. I'm going to be unbiased. They don't know me. What you think about what you and your teammates do at Cedars? How do you get students to believe in themselves? And tell us more what you do at Cedars. What is the whole cause of Cedars? What's the mission of Cedars?
Yep. So the mission of Cedars is to provide safety, stability, and enduring family relationships for children and youth. And so, what started out as, a grassroots, with one kid in 1947, thanks to a lot of investment by the community, people really understanding, we have kids who are, without a home, without a coat. And now it's, in January, downtown Lincoln in 1947, what are we going to do to support these kids? So the community really came together, helped Cedars to expand its work. We are now a nationally accredited, one of the largest child serving agencies in the state of Nebraska. It's not me who's doing this amazing work with kids. I'm really here to honor and to respect the work of 200 plus professional employees who are really the talented ones who engage with young people. We have 16 different programs at Cedars.
What are a few of those programs you cover?
Yeah, so we have an early childhood development center that we start off with, babies. And so we kind of run the whole spectrum. We do a lot of work with prevention. So we know for kids to be successful, sometimes what is really most helpful is if you work with their families and help them to find that stability themselves. What we want to do is always make sure that kids can stay with their families. That's first and foremost.
You bet.
When it gets to the point where it's no longer safe, or for whatever reason, those kids don't have a safe place to be, that's when we utilize a number of different out-of-home services that we have. Foster care is the largest one of those. So we really are grateful to all of the parents that we have in foster care. Cedars helps to support them, provide training, help them get resources that they need. And then what we're most known for probably is our emergency shelter. So that is our founding program is emergency shelter. Cedars is the only emergency shelter in Southeast Nebraska, and that's located at our kind of headquarters, which is at 6601 Pioneers.
I'm gonna dig to the studs of that, because I think it's imperative that people understand what you mean by emergency shelter. What are some of the situations these folks are coming there for emergencies for?
It's a variety of different things. Every kid is different. Every situation is different. We have kids who are, come to us as what we would call a referral from the Department of Health and Human Services. Perhaps there's a weapon in the home, perhaps there were drugs in the home, perhaps there's abuse happening where the state determines that it's no longer safe for that child. So oftentimes they will come to Cedars because we can provide that safe space. The director of shelter tells story. You guys should come out for a tour sometime.
Mhm.
I know you'll be out there. We'll talk about that in a
Yeah.
second. But you know, we also have referrals from the Office of Probation, right? And so say that a kid is, you know, I don't know, they're caught shoplifting or something. And so, you know, they have the ability to bring that kid to Cedars as opposed to, you know, bringing them to, you know, detention or
Kearney or
jail or
something like
whatever,
that,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
so when they come to us, you know, our staff is trained. We know how to work with these young people. You know, our approach is that we give them, you know, give them a little bit of space. Do you need something to eat? Are you thirsty? Do you want to take a shower? How can we help you to just sort of calm yourself, relax? And then we can have that conversation with that young person, you know. And what we have found sometimes is, you know, there wasn't enough food in the house. And so that kid is, you know, yes, perhaps they were caught stealing something, but what they were stealing was maybe, you know, a sandwich and a Gatorade. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's that kind of thing that then helps us to be able to provide that information to the court system and really try to find a more stable place. Perhaps it's intervening with that family and helping them get the resources they need. But at the end of the day, it really is all about, you know, making sure that those young people are just like our mission. They're safe, they're in a stable environment, and they can find an enduring family relationship, even if it ends up not being their birth family, if that makes sense.
You guys are able to provide calm amongst chaos, which is really cool. It's a blessing to see that. Cletus, so you know, we have one of our listeners texted in. I want to throw a big shout out to Cedars. We are kind of thrown into foster care with my niece and nephew, but end up bringing us to our first daughter, Reagan. We got her at 14 months and adopted her a couple years later.
That's awesome.
We got Matthew right here. Hickman, one of our regulars. Good morning, Matthew. Goes, love this interview. I'd like to know how I can help. And I'm glad you mentioned
Kinda
that.
leads to the next question.
Next question. Give to Lincoln Day.
Yes.
Wednesday, May 24th. We're going to be the ticket is going to be at Cedars all day on the 24th from 6
to
a.m.
6. My
6
God,
to
you guys
6.
are awesome.
Absolutely. Red Oak Marathon and Bro Give to Lincoln Day. What is Give to Lincoln Day all about, Kalita?
Well, you probably know a lot about
Yes,
Give to Lincoln Day,
absolutely.
Aaron. I think you're connected with the Lincoln Community Foundation. So
Yes.
this is something that Lincoln Community Foundation leads. The idea is that they have a number of, I guess they probably call them lead donors who support. I think they're offering up to $500,000 in matching funds. So the idea really is to bring the whole community together to support nonprofits who want to participate in Give to Lincoln Day.
Right.
It ends up being our Cedar's largest fundraising kind of single event or single month. The portal is open now.
Portal. There's that word again.
Oh God, sorry.
You send money to this one, not athletes.
And the money actually
I can't
does
believe I
go
did that.
somewhere. The money actually does go somewhere. The athletes sometimes don't.
This is good portal. Good portal.
Good portal.
All right,
We
yeah.
like portals.
I stepped into that last week too. Thanks for. Anyway, so the idea is that you contribute to the Lincoln Community Foundation, and then through there you select your charity of choice. So it's open now. If you want to give to Cedars, of course, we hope that you do, and look forward to sharing a little bit more about where a lot of the funding that we might receive for Give to Lincoln Day is going to go this year. But the easiest way to do that is if you go to our website. So it's Cedars, CEDARS, kids, also with an S.org. And from our homepage, you can go directly to the Lincoln Community Foundation. What's kind of fun, and that you guys might appreciate too, being competitive athletes that you are, it is a competition in a way. So because you can start to give now, anywhere, any funds that come in show up on May 24th as part of a leaderboard. So it is, then you can kind of see like, where are you at? And so it becomes something that's kind of fun. It's all good natured, of course. There are so many amazing nonprofits in the Lincoln community. Cedars works with many partners. We could not do our work alone. So, but we really do hope that a lot of people have a record turnout for Give to Lincoln Day. And I can't be shy. The work that we do at Cedars is so important, and it's literally for kids who have no other safe place to be. That we really hope that the Lincoln community supports Cedars in a big way this year.
You know, Clete, I'm going to say this, you know, because I'm on the board for Lincoln Community Foundation, and there is over 460 nonprofit organizations that participate and Give to Lincoln Day. And obviously, you being here, not just saying that, but I'm very biased when it comes to those helping kids. in that so often I hear people bash kids. Why don't they find something to do? Why don't they do this? They have no idea some of the homes these kids have grown up in and are growing up in right here in Lincoln, Nebraska, where we think at times, I'm not saying all, at times people think, well, this is Lincoln. People have no idea the amount of poverty, hunger, and homelessness right here in Lincoln. And people say, they talk about it, write a check.
Thank you, Aaron.
Get involved.
Yes.
Because I hate when people complain, but they have no skin in the game.
Right.
Go volunteer. Go ref a game. Go coach a team.
Become a foster
Send
parent.
some food. Become a foster parent. So you hear all these people ache and moan at times, and I mean by some, not all.
Right.
But the ones who usually the ones that are doing the little are the ones that are barking the most. And my question, like I always ask this, when somebody keeps talking, they just keep yapping, what are you doing about it? What are you doing about it? What are you personally doing about it to help negate these things that are going on with kids?
Right.
So tell us about how Give the Lincoln Day has been good to you guys in the past.
Yeah, so in the past, I think Cedars really has only participated in the last couple of years, but last year we were second. We were able to raise around $330,000, which was huge for us. So that was amazing, and we are so grateful for so many of the supporters and people who do write those checks. Who, you know, whether it's individuals, it's just largely through Give to Lincoln Day, but we have a number of foundations and corporations that support us too, and that's just phenomenal. The ticket is a huge part of that. We really, really appreciate the partnership with you guys this year. We're excited that you're allowing us to do this. It's real fun to see you guys and to be out here, and also for your help and support on Give to Lincoln Day. So,
well, that is a testament to DP, Rebecca, and Mark for saying we're not just going to be a radio station and be like locusts. You know, you locusts. Speaking of bugs again, Nick.
I would kill for a locust right about now.
So quick shout out for the locusts. If you can get a locust into Nick, let us know.
I would love a locust.
But you know, there's a lot of
not sarcastic either.
He,
I'm being 100% honest.
he means that 100.
I would love a locust right about now. Make sure you freeze it. Anyway.
He means that like legitimately, like if you have them.
Yeah.
But you know, some people set up shop and they locate in a community or do something and they just eat up everything around it, the resource around it, but they don't want to invest back into it. That's definitely not the leadership here here at the station. I know I can speak on behalf of them with that. A quick question here too. It says Aaron says, is Cedars mostly situational short-term stays, or do they do long-term stays also?
it's a great question. And again, that's where it kind of goes to these 16 different services. So in terms of shelter, because it's by design, it's emergency shelter. So, some kids will be there overnight. Some kids will be there for, 3 to 5 days. Some kids will be there for months. And so it really just depends on that kid's individual and where, in communication with lots of different folks, where their kind of more permanent placement might be moving on. And so, we have a young man who grew up in the Omaha area. He's been in shelter for several months now, but what that means. So you're talking about high schools before. So, and then I promise I'll answer that question.
No, you're fine.
So we also provide not just what like Health and Human Services or other government entities that we might partner with to provide support for, a bed and meals. Sears provides a huge amount of wraparound services to these young people. So we have mental health clinicians. We've got, education that helps them to either, hopefully get back to their schools. At one point, earlier this year, I was like, well, how many kids, how many schools are we dropping kids off at, these days? And she's like, all of them. So literally it's like, we're helping to make sure that those kids are able to continue their education, even while they're staying in shelter. This young man in Omaha, obviously we're not driving him to Omaha every day. It's not reasonable. But he's been taking online courses and staying on course. Not only is he staying on course, I think in the last 5 weeks, he's earned like 25 credits. So now they're like, we really only want you to go to school Monday, Wednesday, and Friday because you're so far ahead.
But he had
that was not my experience.
But you guys all provided that structure for him to be able to excel like that, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that stability.
Yes. Yeah. Which is huge. So we offer those kinds of services. Read me the question one more time. From your.
That was talking about Give the Lincoln Day. Obviously, Give the Lincoln Day, and then also about the stay as people. The stays, the short-term, long-term, etc.
So, obviously, our foster care. Again, it depends on the situation. Some of those kids are there for a short time. Some of them are there for a longer time. With our prevention services, here's what I find fascinating. We offer free resources for families who find themselves at risk, or they just know that they need a little extra help. We will stay, our professional staff will work with those families for up to 3 years.
Wow.
So we serve every day. Cedars has about 1,200 kids in care every single day. 1,200. Yeah. And so some of those are in, a number of those different programs, but it really is a testament to just the amazing team and talent that we have on staff. The passion of the people at Cedars is unmatched across any nonprofit I've ever been a part of.
Jim Blue has been there for a long time.
32 years.
I've known Jay Beasy for a long time. Me and Jim have been on some different boards together and different events together. I don't think Jim ever ages either, as far as that goes.
It's irritating.
So tell us this real quick, though. How can listeners get involved with Cedars? How will they contribute to Give to Lincoln?
Yep. So the easiest way is to make a donation. What we're trying to do, so cedarskids.org.
Cedarskids.org.
CEDARSKIDS.org. That will link you to the Give to Lincoln Day page, which is givetolincoln.com if you want to go directly there. But really, it's the easiest and best way to help us right now. Not only will it help to elevate and amplify, like you guys are doing, the work of Cedars, the importance of what Cedars does in this community on Give to Lincoln Day, but it's also that matching opportunity, which is just huge.
Well, folks, that is Kalita Bach that was in the house, and just so much insight, wisdom. We will be with them all day on the 24th from 6 a.m. till 6 p.m., closing it down, and also spreading all the amazing things, resources, talents, and treasures that Cedar provides for the Lincoln community and surrounding areas. For 75 years, they've been doing a great work. And Kalita, thank you so much. We know that you'll be back on with us on the 24th. You may not know it yet, but we'd like you to sneak in for a little quick segment. Tell us hello.
Yeah, of
again,
course,
if you could
for
do
sure.
that if you're around.
Yeah.
But again, folks, we want to give a big shout out to Kalita. Again, go to their website. Repeat that again one more time for us, Kalita.
cedarskids.org.
cedarskids.org. Folks, you do have an opportunity to get involved in the portal. So think about that. Folks, that's The Drive with AD and Raff. Nick holding it out. Kalita's in the house. Great to have Cedars in the house today. We'll be there all day on the 24th from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. We'll be right back after a message from our teammates. 90.7 Ticket.
NASCAR is known for fast cars, spring action, and big bucks. The Nebraska Lottery's NASCAR Powerball Playoff promotion features all three, especially the bucks. Until May 30th, buy a Powerball ticket with Power Play or Double Play, enter the voucher number, and you could be one of 15 winners of $1,000 and the chance to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship Weekend. Enter today. Powerball top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in May. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Teammates Mentoring Program. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
There's never been a better time to earn more on your checking account. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account with Liberty First Credit Union and earn up to 5% APY for up to $40,000. It's simple. Open your Kasasa Cash checking account online or stop into any of the 4 Lincoln locations or Seward and Omaha branches. Liberty First makes switching easy, and Kasasa checking is always free. See libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mix Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginnings in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com. Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark parts and service, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local mark to experience the Landmark difference.
Tailored Life is now open in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, shrubs, vines, perennials, and colorful annuals. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up. There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism. You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturdays. Go Landscape Supply. For more info, call 402-467-1627. The Empire brand is growing with ESC Blasting, place for custom handrails, industrial and commercial painting, and more. ESC provides custom welding for aluminum and stainless steel and media glass of all sorts. Great attention to lines and keep within your budget. If you can dream it, they can make it. Contact ESC Fabrication and Sandblasting in Waverly today at 531-207-9329.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, FXL Weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see a chance of showers and maybe a few thunderstorms later today, too, with a high of around 81. Tonight, we'll see another showers and storms around 60. And tomorrow, continued chance of showers and storms, staying high tomorrow of around 80. Meteorologist Kyle for 93.7 and the ticketfm.com.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday. AD, sometimes you have a guest and you say, we should bring her back for one more segment because she's that good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's done. Kalita's back.
Oh, you guys are the best.
Lincoln High School alumni kind of have that effect on people.
Some are good and some are bad. I won't say which one. I've been there before.
I wasn't gonna pull the microphone down, but I think I have to defend myself.
Tell us about what, because we didn't want to forget this part. I'm glad you remembered it too. We'd be remiss to forget this. What is one of the not most important? What's something you're excited about that you guys are working on right now at Cedars?
Sure. So we kind of touched on it a little bit in the last segment. So, when I was in high school, I was worried about, doing homework and, trying to get good grades on top of all the other activities and things that I was involved with. And we have a lot of kids who are not just concerned about homework. They're more concerned about, where's their home. And there's a study that was done, that there are annual studies done, but Lincoln Public Schools, Lincoln Homeless Coalition get together. They found that there were about 350 kids who were homeless in the city of Lincoln. And of those, 85 to 100 are pregnant or parenting their own kids. Homeless,
and
pregnant or parenting. So if you can, it's hard, I think, for some of us, kind of talk about, but it's Lincoln, Nebraska. Like, that can't be happening here. And I think what's really tough is that for a lot of reasons that, some of these kids just kind of seem invisible, like you don't know that, there's a kid that's hungry. You don't know that there's a kid who's, couch surfing or sleeping in a car or sleeping outside, literally. So one of the programs that Cedars has is what we call our Bridges Transitional Living Program. So it really is designed for 19 to 24-year-olds. Age of majority, of course, in Nebraska is 19, but it's really what we call scatter site apartments. So we have, 50 some apartments that are across the community. We have a couple in Seward, Columbus, et cetera. And the idea is that in exchange for no or really low rent, that they agree to participate with, trained Cedars professionals, the family support. So it's really helping them to, manage and navigate living on their own. So how do they transition to adulthood? A lot of these kids are folks who had been, part of the HHS system or, Child Protective Service, whatever that might be. And so it's really helping them to get on their feet. Our success rate for that program is 90%.
Oh, wow.
What we're finding more and more of is that we're having increasing referrals for minors. So 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds who are pregnant and parenting. There's not really, shelter is not a great place for them for a variety of reasons. We have tried to put those kids sometimes in their own apartment, but when you're that age, you really don't, you don't really know how to live on your own. How do you safely store food? How do you even, how do you use the washer and dryer? Where do you find laundry soap in the grocery store? Just all kinds of different things. So what our program team really advocated for is that we find a solution to help this population, which is some of our highest need population in the city of Lincoln, in surrounding areas. And what we have decided to do is to build what we're calling Carriage House. So kind of designed as a beloved home for special guests. It will be a 6,800 square foot structure at the main campus of Cedars, 6601 Pioneers Boulevard. There will be 4 one-bedroom apartments, 2 two-bedroom apartments, because we're really, again, trying to focus on how do we get these kids to be successful eventually on their own. In exchange for having that safe place to be, it really will be supported by Cedars staff. There will be intensive life skills development. So on top of some of the things that I was just talking about, it really also for, priority given to these kids who are pregnant and parenting, because now we're not talking about just one kid, we're talking about 2, and we're talking about generational support. How do we support this young person and their family for generations to come? So with those life skills, then it's also including, prenatal care if they need it. How do you access the health? I feel like I can hardly manage the healthcare system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, now think about you're 16, 17 years old and you're expecting a baby, so helping them to figure out those systems and WIC and all those other resources that are available to them, and really helping to, within a 90 to 120-day period. This is not permanent housing. This is really designed to give them the skills that they need so that perhaps their home life will have stabilized. They might be able to go back home or to another permanent living solution or really they could go into one of the Bridges transitional living apartments. So now our staff at Cedars has gotten a chance to know them, to build some trust, and we can continue to support them a little less intensively, hopefully, but continue to support them as they continue their journey to becoming successful, thriving members of our community.
I love it. One quick question. Paul says, on the Cedars Talk, is there kids in surrounding areas that are getting and need help? Bennett, Waverly, etc.
Yeah, so we do have, so as part of our array of services, we do have folks who are going out and supporting those other communities. We actually have had an office in Omaha for, I want to say maybe about 5 years. In the last year or two, we moved to the 108th and Old Mill area in Omaha. We have expanded those services so significantly. We used to say a few years ago that about 1 in 20 kids in Cedars Care is served out of the Omaha office. Now that's about 1 in 5 because we've expanded so much there. Also, because there are not the kind of emergency shelters and other services in the state of Nebraska, particularly in some of those rural areas like Cedars provides, we have had kids in our care from, their home community is Scotts Bluff, or, you know what I mean? So,
Right.
so it really does kind of run the gamut.
Fantastic. Folks, that was Kalita, Vice President of Development at Cedars. Can't tell you how much we appreciate you just sharing with our listeners today how they can get involved. And again, we'll be there the 24th, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Kalita, we will definitely see you again and hear from you again. Folks, please consider making a contribution. And like I always say, not a donation, but an investment, because you will be investing in the change in the lives of people right here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Folks, that was it. We got a break coming up. We'll be right back, talk some more things sports. But this show is always more than just sports. We'd like to hear about life as well and how you can impact those. This is The Drive with AD and Raff. Nick holding it down. Our guest, Kalita Sabota, Vice President at Cedars. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right back on the other side of these messages.
Spring is here. It's time to get those seeds in the ground. There's no time for delays if your equipment needs a new part. That's why Acres stocks thousands of premium John Deere parts for all your ag machines. Planters, sprayers, and has what you need now. And the team of John Deere certified technicians, Acres will diagnose and repair your equipment quickly. Visit acres.com to find your closest location. Our team of parts and service professionals are dedicated to keeping you operating at full capacity. Acres, solutions for every field.
If you're interested in installing solar panels in Nebraska, there's a name you need to know. Solar by Alpine Electric is based out of Lincoln, and you can be sure your project will be handled with care and detail because Rick, the owner of Solar by Alpine Electric, will be involved in the entire process from start to finish. We're an REC Solar Certified Pro installer and handle jobs in Lincoln and the surrounding area. Let us show you real-time results in your area. Call Rick today at 402-440-4371. Solar by Alpine Electric.
This is Jay Foreman. When I played football for Nebraska and in the NFL, I wore protective gear to safeguard my health. Today, I'm not only protecting my health, but everyone in our community by staying up to date with the bivalent COVID vaccine. Update your protection with the bivalent COVID vaccine while it's still free. Find out more at healthylincoln.org. That's healthylincoln.org.
A smoke-free environment is the only way to fully protect from the dangers of secondhand smoke. That's why smoke-free policies are so important to me. Whether it's in my car, apartment building, or when I'm dining outdoors, there's no place for secondhand smoke or e-cigarette aerosol. Breathe easier knowing the facts. Visit smokefree.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627. Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
There's never been a better time to earn more on your checking account. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account with Liberty First Credit Union and earn up to 5.5% APY for up to $40,000. It's simple. Open your Kasasa Cash checking account online or stop into any of the 4 Lincoln locations or Seward and Omaha branches. Liberty First makes switching easy, and Kasasa checking is always free. See libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in May. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Teammates Mentoring Program. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
It's springtime, and you know what that means. It's sandal season at Brown Shoe Fit. To celebrate the start of the season, we're offering $10 off sandals under $105 and $15 off sandals $110 or more, now through May 14th. Enjoy brands like Atrex, Tiva, Clarks, Taos, Keen, and many more on sale now. This deal won't last long, so come on down to Brown Shoe Fit for our spring sandal set. Some exclusive supply, see store for details. Brown Shoe Fit Lincoln, 66 NQ.
The Ticket Water Cooler.
Josiah Alec coming home. And again, I don't think this is a class full of people that absolutely wow you, but it's we're talking about fits. Nebraska basketball has had some players under Fred Hoiberg. They just haven't really fit together.
You've got a good base.
I think it's going to be tough to get minutes on this squad. This might be as deep as the Nebraska basketball team as we've seen in quite some time.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of a team that had 11 players who played a decent amount of minutes for whatever college they were at the Division I level last season.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket, proudly sponsored by Sand Hills Global. Sand Hills Global is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln. So apply today at sandhills.jobs. Boom.
Oh, we got to get Raff's good take here.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Hold on. There it is. Turn that up. Got to make sure they can hear you loud and clear.
It's time for Raff's good take. It's time for Raff's good take. It's time for Raff's good take right now. Love that song. All right.
Just a little underwhelming.
So I had a Ralph's good take today, but sometimes you got to make a switch in Ralph's good take. So
The great ones adjust.
Yep,
The great
you
ones
adjust.
adapt.
My Ralph's good take goes out to Kalita, our guest. I know that she would be like, no, don't give me no credit. Send it all to Cedars. And I totally understand that. But I just want to say how lucky that Lincoln is to get Kalita back after being gone for 30 years, because
that Kalita that was on the mic today, that is the same Kalita that I knew 30 years ago. Not more than that.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Wow.
37 years ago. That's the same Kalita. She's always been that person that she's friendly to everyone. She wants to help out everyone. And that's Raff's good take right there, because Kalita, you're a darn good person, and just happy to have known you for a long, long time.
Also, shout out to Kalita because she gave us these nice little stress
Thanks, Kalita.
potato things.
Yeah.
And man, I'm gonna be
while you're chasing your bugs.
That's, you know what, dude? We'll talk about that in a sec. I mean, we'll get to AD attitude adjustment in a second here, but dude, Nick, that would be some stress, dude, because you're trying to get something.
Yeah.
And like I said,
I just looked at this face and I know all is well in the world.
The AD attitude adjustment for today is, Nick, go get them bugs. No.
All right, see you later.
Get your net.
Get them bugs.
I got the net in the car. I got the net and what they call the kill jar in the car, in the vehicle. We get a kill jar. That's what the professors call it.
You know, my kids are old enough to where A Bug's Life was one of the movies that was out. Every time it just makes me thinking about that, man. I mean, this whole past couple of weeks with your whole the pursuit of bugs.
Well, and shout out to Chance if you're listening. Send in the email to the station for
Yes, sir.
some tips
Good
and
insight.
ideas
Appreciate
on how
that.
to catch insects.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate that, Chance. I appreciate Sanderson said that he had the urge to go into his backyard and catch bugs. I mean, you're more than welcome.
I never had that urge.
You guys know where to get and find me on Twitter if you find anything or have any ideas.
Well, I tell you what, the AD attitude adjustment today is sponsored by Integrated Life Choices. ILC is hiring for direct support professionals all over the state of Nebraska, full-time, part-time, days, evenings, weekends. Help ensure a meaningful life for the people you support and helping achieve their hopes and dreams. Apply to ilc.net/careers. Folks, we truly appreciate you tuning in this morning. Like we always said when we started this show, something that me and Raff have talked about. We've shared this with DP and Becky. We always wanted to share things that share their vision as well, is giving people in the community a highlight. Our listeners, let them know they have a voice. They don't have to just listen. They also have a voice. You have a voice. And a couple of things about the 80 Attitude Tester today is volunteering. Volunteers is a quote I love, two of them. Volunteers do not necessarily have the time. They just have the heart. You make a living by what you get. You make a life by what you give. Volunteers are the only human beings on the face of the earth who reflect this nation's compassion, unselfish caring, patience, and just plain loving one another. And my favorite one right here is by MLK. Volunteering is the ultimate exercise in democracy. You vote in elections once a year, but you volunteer, you vote every day about the kind of community you want to live in. Folks, whether you're into politics or not, I hope you're into a community that can be better. And you have a voice in that every day by where your money goes, where your time goes, where your talents. My dad would always say is time, talent, and treasures. Where are you giving your time, talent, and treasures? Folks, you can make an impact in this community through Cedars or the 659 other organizations through the Lincoln Community Foundation are out there, whether it's your church, your place of worship, your softball team, baseball team, regardless. Have a vote every day, the type of community you want to have by volunteering your time, talents, and treasures.
And also on the 24th, we said it multiple times, we're gonna be out at Cedars, Give to Lincoln Day. Nice all day the entire day will be a radiothon. So we'll be raising money for the folks out at Cedars and all those people in need from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Looking forward to it.
It's gonna be a good day. Wednesday, May 24th.
May 24th is always a great day.
Great day. Raff's birthday. Boom. Raff's B-Day. John Elway will be here in the studio live, right at Cedars.
He'll be at Cedars. I'll get John Elway here.
But that's okay because I want a better community, so I'd rather help the community than meet John Elway.
On that note,
that's a good way to end the show.
We do like to tell the truth here on 90.7 The Ticket.
My fingers are crossed. I'm just joking.
I'm telling you, my ankles, my toes, my fingers, my arms, everything was crossed on that one.
All right, everybody. It's been another great day on the drive. We will talk to you tomorrow.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online.